Okay guys, this is video 2 of chapter 2. Wow! Okay, so if you go to the YouTube videos, this video 2 of chapter 2 is gonna go put up before video 1 of chapter 2. Why? Because I haven't finished video 1 of chapter 2 and I just need to check some information is factually correct before I put it out, so I just like to make sure. So, what we're going to be talking about, format charges. If you haven't watched the first 2 videos, please go watch them. It will kind of give you an idea of how to recognize what's a cation, what's an anion, why charges are important, and all that business. So let's get to it. So I have a shortcut, but the most sure way of making sure you get this right is looking at the element and counting how many electrons there should be in there, right? Like counting the valence electrons and everything. And if it has an extra electron or extra bond, put in the charge. You subtract how many there should be there, how many are actually there, subtract it, and that's your format charge. If you know how to do it, if you are confident in your ability for format charges, electrons, if you are confident for your ability of understanding all these, there is a quick way of knowing but you have to be aware of lone electron pairs, right? So what's the shortcut? Well, it might not be a shortcut for you, but for me, it's the way that I understand it, right? So I feel like analyzing it in its molecular formula, it's quite hard, at least for me, right? So the first thing I do is draw the Lewis structure, right? It just makes me, I don't know, I'm a paranoid guy. I feel like sometimes counting, I might count wrong or something, so I like to visualize stuff. So I will go ahead and write the molecules in its Lewis form, right? And if it has an extra bond, it means that it has a plus charge. The format charge will be plus. Why if it has an extra bond? Because it's sharing one of the electrons, right? So it has more protons, now they share one of its electrons. If it has a negative charge, it's full of electrons, so it wants to give those electrons away, right? So, but you have to be aware of lone pairs, because that's something people forget, to be aware of lone pairs whenever using this kind of shortcut. It depends more. If you're a math guy, just go ahead and count. If you're somebody who likes to visualize, do my way, right? So let's go for A. So we have 2 metal groups, right? In the oxygen. So oxygen is like to make double bonds. Oh, this marker doesn't work no more. Okay. Okay, so we draw its. I hope you can see. If you cannot see, let me know in the comments. So we're gonna draw its Lewis dot formula, right? So we have 2 metal groups, CH3, CH3, right? And we have can you see? And we have we're gonna have a BF3 connected to this, right? BF3. So how many bonds does oxygen like to make? From video 1, oxygen likes to make 2 bonds. So we have 1 extra bond. So our charge is gonna be plus 1. Right? If it has extra bonds, plus 1. If it's missing, it's minus 1. Simple as that. So for B, you can imagine the Lewis structure formula. It's just going to be like a bond here and a bond here. You're going to have a hydrogen in each side. I know green. It's not visible, I apologize for that, I'll get a better marker for next video. So it's not, so it's gonna be missing a bond, right? So the charge is gonna be -1, right? From nitrogen, it has 4 bonds. How many bonds does nitrogen likes to make? This is common knowledge. Nitrogen likes to make 3 bonds, so the charge should be -1. And nitrogen here has 3 bonds, and it likes to make 3 bonds, so it's 0. From here, it's gonna be the same. You can imagine there is a hydrogen here, a hydrogen here. So you have 4 bonds of the carbon. Great. The nitrogen has 4 bonds. Bad. -1. Never mind. +1. If it has an extra, you have to pay attention. If I have an extra bond, it has a +1. If it's missing a bond, like this one, it's a -1. So we go to oxygen. Likes to make 2 bonds? Good. Extra bond. Missing a bond. Extra bond +1. Missing a bond -1. So just make here the carbon, right? The carbon branch out. Let me see what the question is asking for it, because I don't remember the exact molecules it asked for. Okay, so yeah, it asked for the carbon, right? So this carbon has 4 bonds, this carbon has 4 bonds, because it has 3 hydrogens connected to it. So you can imagine the 3 hydrogens connected to it, so it has 3 bonds. This one has just a single bond connected to it. So it will be 2 bonds hydrogen here. So that's missing 1, so it's -1. And phosphorus likes to make only 3 bonds. So it has an extra one, it will be +1. So this is a benzene. It looks scary. Do not be scared. Do not be afraid. This means it has a double bond. That little line over there, it just means it has a double bond. So what does this mean? It's nitrogen has 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds. How many bonds does nitrogen likes to make? Nitrogen likes to make 3 bonds. It has 4 +1. Oxygen. How many bonds does oxygen has to make? It has to make 2 bonds. It's missing a bond.